You know how sometimes you walk into a movie and you feel as if your own personal happiness for the next few days is riding on whether or not the movie is good or not? That was me walking into Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow is directed by Doug Liman and stars Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, and Bill Paxton. In the future, humans are on the edge of extinction. We're in the middle of this war with this alien race. We have these mech-like suits of armor that can assist us in our battle. Tom Cruise plays a character who accidentally gets infected with part of this alien gene of some kind that allows him to relive the exact same day over and over again, in which he has to try to get better and better and better at winning this battle where mankind is in the balance. He meets up with Emily Blunt, who's the only other person who this happened to once before, and they team up to try to figure out a way to not only stop his problem, but win the war against the aliens. Now, walking into this movie, I was thinking a few things. Doug Liman, Bourne Identity. Love Bourne Identity. Excellent movie, great franchise starter. However, his style of action for Bourne Identity was very quick, very shaky, and it was one of the only times that I felt that shaky cam actually worked. And I didn't really think that style would go that well with this type of science fiction epic. The other thing I was thinking is Tom Cruise always commits to his action roles. He's very good with stunt work, and he gives 100% to his role, so I know he'll at least be good in the movie. But I was worried that it looked too much like Oblivion, and the movie was going to be too much like a video game in a bad way. I have to say, Edge of Tomorrow is one of the most surprising movies I've ever seen in my life. This is a truly excellent science fiction movie, and when I say excellent, I mean this is a great fan-frickin-tastic science fiction movie in the vein of films like Terminator, Aliens, Groundhog Day, Minority Report, and the game Halo. If I were to best describe this movie, it would be like Minority Report combined with Halo. The best aspects of both of them combined into one. I implore you guys to see this movie on its opening weekend, because I don't feel like this movie is going to make the amount of money it deserves. Edge of Tomorrow blew me away. It is a non-stop action film from beginning to end that was incredibly entertaining, while at the same time being very funny. The humorous aspects of the film were largely because of the fact that he has to relive the same day over and over again, and you would think that would drag or it would get repetitive, and you'd be like, okay, I get it, he's done the same stuff before. But the fact that they went for the comedy of the situation and the way they edited those scenes was so funny that it really made the film actually incredibly enthralling as a thriller and as a comedy. They found the best ways to make these repetitious scenes entertaining, and they did an excellent job doing that. Now, I mentioned that Doug Liman's style for Bourne Identity was something that worried me because I didn't think that style would match well with this film. Thankfully, he does not use that type of editing style in this movie. There's a lot of really great long takes, big action shots, wide panning shots of things that just look incredibly awesome to see, and the special effects in the film are terrific. The aliens in the film were also really well done. They looked very erratic, like they were like cocaine addicts or something, and I really liked the way they were portrayed in the movie. Now you're thinking, man, Chris, you're really praising this movie a lot. You've given a lot of really good grades this year. This year is really great so far, and I gotta be honest with you, this is one of the best movies of the year. Edge of Tomorrow is a non-stop action film with a great performance from Tom Cruise. I mean, there is a shot in this movie where Tom Cruise freaking rolls for like 50 feet down this hill and then right into frame, and you're like, he did that. That's crazy. The guy's in his 50s. No actor at the level of fame that he is and the age that he is commits to the action as much as he does. You can just tell he just wants the audience to have a really good experience, and you feel that in this role because not only is he very funny in this movie, but he really sells the drama of the movie, and I love the chemistry between him and Emily Blunt, who was also completely badass in this movie. One of the coolest badass women roles I have seen in a movie in a very long time. She sold all of her action scenes as well. Bill Paxton was great in the movie too. He was very funny, and he was like if the character from Aliens was still around 30 years later and he was more hardened. Like, that's what he would be like now. But one of the most surprising elements to the film, I will not spoil for you because I want you to be surprised by it as well, even though it's in the first 10 minutes of the movie, had to do with Tom Cruise's character. He is most definitely not the type of character that he is promoted as in the trailers. He has a serious arc in this movie that was very impressive to me and made me care about his character way more than you might think if you just watched a 2-minute trailer for this movie. Edge of Tomorrow blew me away. The action in the film is terrific. The suspense and the tension of the third act is so palpable. The music is great. The performances are excellent. Tom Cruise does a great job with the action scenes, as does Emily Blunt. This movie is a humongous surprise. If you guys want to have a white-knuckled, fun experience at the movies where you leave and you feel like your palms are sweaty, check out Edge of Tomorrow. it's definitely worth your time. I honestly can't think of any major negatives with this movie. I'm not going to give it my perfect grade, but I will give it an A. Guys, when you see this film, let me know, because I really do think it is one of the best straight up science fiction action films we've had in years. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.